89.9 KMOJ FM and KMOJ HD1 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Bringing unity to the community. 89.9 KMOJ, the People's Station.
What's up, Twin Cities? It's your girl, Glam Life Kim, and sitting to my right is my favoriteest brother in the Twin Cities, Mr. Anthony Taylor.
My favoriteest sister.
My favoriteest.
How you doing, sis?
You know what? I am blessed.
Yeah,
How are you,
I'm
huh?
good.
I know you're blessed too.
I'm trying to be. I'm counting my blessings. You know what I'm saying? I'm counting my blessings. It's good to see you. You got the glow in here on that Lupe Fiasco.
I know. I can't skate near. I was like, and coast. That was a good one.
Hey, that's a good song. Everything is beautiful in the world. The sun is shining. Gorgeous day.
Shining a tad bit. It's peeping out right here on West Broadway, so I'm feeling it. Man, I've been enjoying the sunshine, so I hope it doesn't go anywhere for quite some time.
Forever.
Forever. That would be wishful thinking. Yes, that would be nice.
You know, because we're going to be coming up in here soon. It's going to be like hats and gloves and coats and boots.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it.
That is not fun, but it's always good to see you.
You as well. You as well. And we got a good show today, huh?
We got a good show,
y'all. It's that time of year again.
It's that time of year where it's a lot of community celebrations and community events and people outside a whole lot more, kids out of school. And one of the things, Kim, we're going to talk about Black Business Week, right?
Okay,
every year we talk about Black Business Week to have folks come and celebrate our vendors and our local businesses. You know, we don't always have to make, these billionaires more billions.
Right. Let's help out our small business, especially our small Black businesses.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, we got billionaires going in rockets and stuff. We don't need all of that, y'all. We don't need all that, y'all.
Let's keep the money right here in the community.
In the community. That's right, y'all. Hey, I am so excited. My name is Anthony Taylor with the City of Minneapolis, coming to you live, Minneapolis 360, your host, my partner riding shotgun, Glam Life Kim. Always a pleasure on this beautiful July day. Such a beautiful day outside to be doing something. And it's going to be a beautiful day, y'all, for Black Business Week. And I'll get into that. I got a great guest coming on. I talked to this sister earlier today. She's going to come on and drop all that knowledge about Black Business Week. Gems, dimes,
yes, all of that.
Yes, and before I get on my soapbox, just, listen, when I give you all this information, please take advantage of it. Me and Kim was talking, we're serious about supporting our local businesses. We don't need billionaires to be more billionaires and going into space and all this other stuff and submersibles and stuff and all that. I mean, all you got to do is just, be in your community and spend that money. And I think it's super important. So I'm going to have her get on. She's new to the city. We're going to get into her history, a little bit of her business, too. Okay. She don't know it. But we're going to, we
got a couple little tricks up
we
got
sleeve. Some tricks, so she's going to let us know who she is and where she's from. But listen, just a couple of things, y'all, that I want to just get off here real quick before we get started. Y'all know, if y'all been walking around these last couple weeks, air quality is bad. We've got all of that stuff, Kim, coming from Canada, all the smoke and things like that. So it's making the air quality really bad. But just really, y'all, protect yourself.
Please do.
When you got to stay inside, use a mask or something like that. Just make sure that you are carpooling if necessary, Kim. Just really,
especially if you have breathing problems already, or asthma and all of
that above, right?
You definitely want to be careful.
So please do that. And if you can avoid driving, do so. Avoid using the gas lawnmowers. If you got something else, my grandpa used to get them old Blade. I don't know if they make those.
I know anymore. I wonder.
They somewhere.
I got to mention that on back in the day.
Yeah, their Blade. It took you hours to do it.
Right. Nobody's about to do that, bro.
I know, but I'm trying to have some helpful information. Somebody do something, man. But just protect yourself when it comes to that. So just really watch it and take care of yourself, protect yourself. Y'all, there is a registration now open for a Team Summer Media Camp. So Representing Youth Stories and Experience Summer Media Camp is a free 2-week program for high school students interested in media, technology, storytelling, Registration is open now, y'all. Listen, it provides teams with an immersed creative and career development opportunity and tools to develop short documentaries. And we know the young people love documentaries and love telling their stories, being creative. You know, Kim, young people are always the one that drive all of this stuff, right?
They are right now.
You know,
they are very tech savvy.
And doing it big. And doing it big, y'all. So if you want your students to participate, they can bring their stories and their passion to life. There's 2 cohorts that'll be happening. They run from 10 a.m. to 4 Monday through Friday. Cohort 1 begins on the 31st of July, and the second one August 14th. So listen, write this website down. It's speakminneapolis.com/RYSE23. Again, speakminneapolis.com RYSE23 for your young people to get this really cool media camp experience. And honestly, I mean, they more savvy, so they might be teaching this class here sooner or later one of these days.
They will be.
You know, they so good at that.
Yeah, but make sure you share that information. I'm sure there's some brilliant youth out here that's ready to showcase and show off their amazing stories.
They talents, and they can get us to work our phones too at the same time. We might be all right.
Because I'm still learning.
Man, who you telling? So yeah, that's all I wanted to do, y'all. I want to get this show started. Listen, get it started, Kim. This is Black Business Week. I got a person on from the Civil Rights Department, Sherlonda Clark, Civil Rights Department in the city. Is her first time on KMOJ. Welcome, Sherlonda. How you doing,
Sherlonda?
I am doing very well. It's wonderful to be here, and I am about to drop so many gems, y'all be able to open a jewelry store.
Come on.
How about that energy?
Me too. Right. Come on, sis. We're ready for you.
Hey, see, the thing about it, when you come with that energy, you got an open pass to come back anytime, right? So...
Love that. Appreciate it. Let's do. I mean, you both were saying it's a gorgeous day.
It is.
I feel like we get so few. We get so few of them. We all should have the day off,
right?
Just to be outside and just lay in the grass and all of that good stuff. But
we gotta talk Mayor Fryan too.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
we gonna have to make
a day off day.
Yeah, a day off day. A just because day.
Yes.
Just because.
A just because day. And welcome, Sherlonda. I know you're new to the city. Let's just tell people a little bit about you. Where you from? You know, your interests. What's going on with you?
Wonderful. Well, I, like a lot of people, am a transplant to Minnesota, born and raised in Virginia, and I tell people I went to college and never left. So I worked for a very long time in higher education, was up in New Jersey at Rutgers, was down in North Carolina at NC State, and then I decided warm weather and sunshine I had enough. And I moved to Minnesota.
We got to swap.
And worked at the University of Minnesota for the last 11 years, and now have made my transition into the city, landed in the Civil Rights Department, started in April, hit the ground running, and it has been fantastic, and it's wonderful to be here.
Congratulations.
Yeah, welcome to the city.
Yes.
You're different though, because you came to the snow. I think most people run from the snow.
I know.
But you
should have
embracing
told me. We could have swapped, you know. When you came here, I could have went there.
We could have done a little trade off.
Right.
The biggest thing, I had to learn was lotion and layers.
Oh yes,
you have to have the right lotion and layers, and you can make it happen. I'm 11 winters strong at this point.
Okay, that's part of the Black people toolkit, right? Lotion and layers.
Because this water is hard.
It's hard. It's definitely hard. Hey, Sherlonda, so listen, I know you're talking about Black Business Week. What is Black Business Week? Talk about some of the innovative things, or at least give us some information on why we're having this.
Wonderful. So, Black Business Week, for those of you who may be hearing about it for the first time, number one, this is a kickoff that we have in Minnesota, here in Minneapolis, to Black Business Month. So August is actually Black Business Month, and this is something that we do that is national. So you will see events in Boston, Atlanta, Memphis, all over the country. Right here in the Twin Cities, we start by kicking things off the last week in July. So this year it's going to run from July 24th through July 30th, and that will usher us into Black Business Month, which is August. And really the purpose of this event is to shine some light on the hardworking folks from our community who have businesses or are thinking about starting businesses, for our young people who are interested in careers and entrepreneurship. It's really our time to say we want to give you some love, we want to give you some shine, we want to give you some customers. And the theme for this year is actually building generational wealth. So we're really thinking about not just how do I pay my bills for this Saturday night, but how do I set my family up so that my great-grandkids don't even have to worry about money. And we have events throughout the week that's really going to, I think, be good for networking, for community, for opportunities just to support one another. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, I love it. And I love how you frame that, right? Like, come and support us, bring some customers, have some conversation, make some contacts. That's one of the beautiful thing about Black Business Week is, right, how we get together and we support each other. And that's always a beautiful thing, especially in our community, right?
Absolutely. And it's one of those things where I think we think about, we know we're conscious folks that we want to support one another. And we know that Black businesses tend to be the largest employers of Black people. So the more businesses we have, the more successful businesses we have, the more it's going to benefit our community. So it's just, we hear all the time, how do we keep our money, how do we keep our wealth within our communities to make sure we support one another? Here's the way that you can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just always, when I hear about Black Business Week, it just reminds me of Tulsa, right, and Black Wall Street, and how all of that money stayed in community and passed over many, many times before it left their community. And one of the things that I think is important about Black Business Week is there's so many events that's happening for people that can be able to participate. So kind of just talk to us about what kind of events are going to be happening that week.
Yes, so we have a lot of things. I call it a little something for everyone. We will be kicking things off on Monday, the 24th. We're going to be at 56 Brewing is the name of the business. We will be there for a happy hour, some building generational wealth talking, a welcome from some folks from council. So we will be doing that to get things started. But throughout the week, we actually, for our young people, so if you are a young person listening or you have a young person in your life, Ward 5 is hosting a job fair on the 25th. So if you're looking for work, you're like, hey, I need to get a little something going on. That's for our young people, our youth job fair on the 25th. Then for business owners who are thinking, hey, how do I get connected with the city? How do I become a vendor? How do I grow my business? There are going to be a couple sessions for you all. Mm-hmm. One, we'll have a session on getting certified, so making sure that you have all your ducks in a row, your LLC is together, your incorporation is together, all of that good stuff. I want to highlight that one of my colleagues in the Civil Rights Department on Thursday, the 27th, if you want to do business with the city of Minneapolis, we have pretty big budgets across the city, and why shouldn't your business benefit from that? So if you want to do business with the city, Thursday, July 27th is the session for you. So it's going to range from happy hours to opportunities to meet vendors and do a little shopping. So I know Amazon Prime is coming up. Save some of your money from Amazon Prime to Jeff Bezos doesn't need to fly to Mars off of our money. Mm-hmm. We can put that money right back into our own community, so you can do some shopping, you can learn how to grow your business, all sorts of things happening during that week.
Talking with Shalonda Clark from the Civil Rights Department about Black Business Week starting July 24th. Kickoff events are all week. You get more information at minneapolismn.gov/blackbusiness. And you talked about it a lot, and Kim and I talked about it too, right? This is so important. And one of the things that I think is important about it is that we can amplify our strength. We can celebrate our people, the creativity that we always bring to this entire country and the world. So when we talk about the importance of Black Business Week. Why is that important to you, Sherlonda?
It's important to me because I know that, especially the economics in America, business ownership or ownership in general, whether that be real estate, whether that be the building that you live in, is one of the ways to build wealth. Mm-hmm. And for our community, as you know, we think about, let's use the Tulsa example. It's not that we haven't done this, but there is a history of us building things up and then watching them sometimes be violently taken away.
Absolutely.
And so when I think about Black Business Week, I want to focus on now is the time. Let's lift up, let's celebrate, let's talk about what good things are happening. When we think of how do I want to spend my money in a responsible way, this gives us an opportunity to be mindful about it. So it's like, if I'm going to spend it anyway, what is my opportunity to pass it along to someone in the community to support them so then they can hire other folks from within the community. So it's important to me because I want to see us flourish. I want to see us grow. I want to see us live out our dreams the way we want to, and this is one way we can do it.
Talking with Sherlonda Clark, Civil Rights Department, Black Business Week. You are 100% right. There are so many brilliant businessmen and women and young people out there today in our community. I mean, just even over the last couple of months with a lot of things, events in the summer, I just see so many beautiful things out there, from the clothes to the artwork to the food. Like, a lot of this is just so good and just so many talented people. Like, we have to be able to celebrate that, right? Because systemic racism is still prevalent in this nation, right? We have to acknowledge the struggle and the strength that we have come through over the centuries that we've been here. And then when we talk about generational wealth, right, we talk about that, and I think a lot of people necessarily don't understand what that means, right? When people hear wealth, we'll say, I'm not wealthy. Well, you know, we're talking about generational wealth and how to build that. And I'm glad you brought the Tulsa example up as well. But talk more about this theme, right? Talk more about this theme about building generational wealth.
Well, this is extraordinarily important, and one of the reasons why it was chosen to be the theme is really we realize we've had centuries of policies and redlining, as we know, the Highway 94 going through Rondo, destroying the neighborhood, destroying the businesses there. So really thinking about, for us, how can our community level set? And part of how we can do that is really thinking about, again, what kind of world, what kind of experience, what kind of things do I want to not just leave my children, but my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. So a lot of the week is going to be focused on helping entrepreneurs start their businesses. So if you have an idea and folks have told you, hey, you are really great at X, Y, and Z, if you are a designer, if you are a stylist, if you have an idea for a financial firm or you want to start a bank, this is your opportunity to learn, okay, how do I get started? What are the steps? If you already have a business, we want to highlight you. We want to give you some light. We'll give you some love. We want to give you some new clients. And so that will all be a part of how we build that wealth, because successful businesses get to be passed along to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. And that's what we're hoping to be able to start. We're also going to have an event highlighting ways that entrepreneurs can develop and own real estate, which we talked a little bit about, because ownership is going to be very important. So whether it's a building where you own the building where your business is, or how you can develop rental property. We're going to have a legal workshop so we can support you all in protecting your legacy. So if you have something going on and you're thinking, all right, I want to make sure if for some reason I'm not here tomorrow, that my family is set up, they're ready to go, we have the proper paperwork in place. Don't be like Auntie Riri, Aretha Franklin. She got the will and the sofa, and the family is fighting one another. Yeah. We're going to have it all straight,
right?
So everybody knows what your intentions are, and we're going to assist you with that. So we're not just going to tell you this is what you need to do. We are going to provide the resources so that we can get her done, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, those are beautiful talking points, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of times we're just not prepared for our future. And the thing about it, and I hear this all the time, is like, you know, we were brought to this country enslaved, right? So if you think about generational wealth, imagine you were playing a basketball game against me and you, and I spotted you 200 points, right, off the top. I mean, you have already had a head start in building generational wealth, and then how do we actually understand that and protect ourselves in the future with that? And I think that's just so vital and so important that you said that, Shalonda. And one of the things I want to talk to you too about is as well, is that, you know, a lot of times we have these events and we have these events and these meetings and these celebrations, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, follow up after the fact, right? So talk about
Correct.
Like, how do we stay connected as far as after this, right?
Right.
Yes, that is a wonderful question, because you're right. We don't want to start something and then it's like, hey, wait, what happened? and then it's next July. Mm-hmm. So it's really for us about, one, helping folks build their network, but also helping folks get connected to offices throughout the city that are here to serve. Like, we have a small business office. I don't know if folks out there know that, but we do. And those are folks who can help you. One, is this a business? How do I get things set up? How do I get payroll set up? How do I make sure, you know, I'm checking all the boxes? As I mentioned, we have a compliance office within the Civil Rights Department where we can help you get things going so you can become a vendor with the city. So it is really thinking about using next week as the beginning. So next week is, if you've been thinking, okay, I need to start this, or I need to do this, or I need to regroup, next week is a wonderful time to start. You can pretend it is your wealthy new year. And you will start doing those things. You're going to meet people, and then you're going to follow up, because we are going to stay connected. We're going to stay connected because you're going to go to the website, MinneapolisMN.gov/Black Business Week. You're going to go there, you're going to register for things, and we're going to keep in touch. We're going to keep in touch because you're going to be at events, you're going to meet us, and you're going to listen to this. You're going to share this interview. If you're listening and you know someone who's like, oh, hey, they should go to this, make sure that you pass this information along. Let's spread this word of mouth, like the cookout. Mm-hmm. Let's
like a wildfire. Like a wildfire.
It's got to spread. Yeah. Absolutely. And Shalonda, I want to ask Kim a question, because she's a businesswoman and an entrepreneur. Like, how important is getting information and knowing what you're doing, right? Like, or was it even hard for you to access that information to try to?
It is very hard, and I get a lot of people who even ask me questions because they don't know where and how. And even, I'm so happy that you announced about this today, because I had no clue that it was even happening. Right. And so I want to be like, I was writing down notes, like, okay, I'll be there every day. Let me go on the website. But it's that important in sharing, like you said, sharing the information. But it is important that, the whole building generational wealth, anybody can start a business, especially after COVID hit. Everybody was sitting at home, had all these brilliant ideas, and they're like, hey, creating LLCs, putting them to use. Mm-hmm. But now what do you do after that? And that's where I think a lot of people, just how to build business credit. Like, these are a lot of the questions that I get all of the time. And so I'm excited to go on my pages and share this information as soon as I get off this show. And I hope that, like you say, it spreads like wildfire, right? We want everybody to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Because this, and as you said, the relationships, right? Meeting the people, following up, hanging around people who are doing similar or, something like you're doing, but maybe on a higher or better, larger scale. So that way you're able to, stay motivated.
Absolutely.
And to take your business to the next level. So
100%. And Shalonda, I'm going to say this and I'm going to give you the last word. Like when you are able to be in spaces with like-minded people, it helps out quite a bit, because what you can do is you can share your story. Like, oh, this happened to me. This is what happened. And guess what? This is what I did, who I connected with. Like, that's the most important thing in the world, because us as a people are always trying to support each other.
Right.
You know, we want to give people
Absolutely.
the information they need, because we want you to succeed. Because if you succeed, I succeed. My
Period.
community could succeed. So that's the
So
most important
don't
thing.
be that person holding on to information. We got to share.
Correct. Yes.
And I'm gonna give you the last word, Ms. Clark. Like to you, like one of the things I think, and for me, I would say is most important is just being in community. And how important is that to you? I mean, you've been here for over 10 years now. Just how important it is just being in community and sharing information is to you.
To me, this is what is vital. That's why I'm excited to be here. If you all could see me, I have a smile on my face because I know what is happening. I live here too. Like all of us are here. We're not somewhere else, and so we know the growing pains. We know what we've been through. We know our experience, and this is an opportunity for us to do something awesome. This is an opportunity for us to start fulfilling the dreams that we have. This is an opportunity for us to really just find out, hey, the city, you're here, you're paying taxes. We have resources for you. We are here to serve you in City Hall. City Hall is the people's hall. And so everything that we are doing is supposed to be benefiting all the people of the city. And so I just want that word to be out there and spread that to the community of, if there's an issue, let us know. There's somebody or some office or some division that their whole purpose is to be there to help you. And so, like I said, we have the small business department right there in the city. So everything that you're thinking about, if you're like, I don't even know where to start, you can start there. Start with these events next week, and we're going to be excited to meet you and to see Black businesses flourish and grow.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Listen, I appreciate you coming on talking about Black Business Week. It starts off July 24th, and the events are week long. And for a first timer, you did a great job. I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to get your shout outs off. Who you want to shout out to? I ain't did that in a while, but I want to welcome you to the show. So shout somebody out. I know you got your people listening.
I do. I want to give a shout out to my colleagues in the Civil Rights Department, my parents who are listening in Richmond, Virginia, and to all the Black business owners out there. We love you. We support you. We are here to serve you, and we hope to see you next week.
Great job.
Or during Black Business Week.
Yes, great job.
I'm going to come looking for you, Shalonda.
Please do.
Hey, thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Have a blessed rest of your day.
Yes.
Will do. You two do the same.
Thank you.
Listen, Black Business Week, Kim, man, it's going down here. It's going down everywhere this month, man. There's a lot of stuff going on.
It is so much going on, and so I'm just here for it all.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I'm here for it all, but I'm excited about this because, hey, there's so many people who are listening. If they haven't started a business and maybe they're considering starting one, then you still want to come on down and shake hands, meet some people, ask some questions. This is the perfect place to start.
It's perfect. So always a pleasure to see you,
Same
man.
here.
Ride shotgun.
Right, until the next 2 weeks.
That's right.
One love, kings and queens. Hey, before we go, there is so much that is happening. July 27th is the Southside Community Cookout, and they are looking for registrants. So if you want to be a part of the 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Ooh.
Yes. Bro, what you gonna do?
I'm a referee.
Okay, come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, all of this is free. So just, come on, be a part of it, whether you just want to come out for the bouncy houses, for the good foods, to shake hands or meet people of the community. But also, if you want to be a part of this basketball tournament, go to DS, so it's Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Hoops.
That's right.
DSG, right?
Yeah.
sh.org. Again, that's DSGSH.org.
Got it. You killed it.
One love, kings and queens. Until next time.